Hello everybody, and play-troughs. I'm babifly, and today I'm playing the Sigma Theory. This is the second episode, and today we're gonna be fielding our team of agents, trying to outmaneuver the rest of the players and be the first nation to actually amass all of the Sigma technologies. So as you see now, we are on the board, and the last time in the previous video, we created a team of 4 different agents with their own unique traits and powers. And today we're gonna field them onto the board um, in our ultimate goal for success. As you see here, we've got 10 players, us being the first. Then we have the United Kingdom, Nigeria, Korea, Russia, United States, India, France, Turkey, and Japan. In most runs of Sigma theory, you will notice that some countries are going to be missing. That's why, because during each run, only 10 players can play. And right now, it's just us and the rest of them 9 that you see onto the board. So without stalling much, let's carry on with doing something into the game. So as you see, here is the world map, and then on top, we've got the doomsday clock. This should remain on the negative, so it should never reach 0, because as you might understand, once the doomsday clock reaches 0, then the game is over and we lose. Here we got the Sigma theories that we have amassed. Right now we have 0 out of 15. Once we reach 15, then we can head on the final road for success. And here it's our relationship with our superiors. Right now, 50% of the government supports us, and here again, you see the 4 different agents and our 2 drones, the surveillance drone that can be used to detect threats during an exfiltration and support our agents in their investigations, and the combat drone, an offensive piece of machinery that can launch airstrikes quickly and discreetly. Right now, everyone is located in Brazil, which is our hometown, and here you see so I'm sorry, it's our home country, and you see that we have 2 scientists with us. If we head here into the Sigma tab, you can see that this is the Sigma tab, having all different five different fields of technology, from neurosciences to astrophysics. That's what the planet was, and we have a scientist that is specialized in astrophysics, and we also have another one specializing in finance. That is a good thing because a specialty awards us double the speed that we might need. And as you see here, it says 2 speed. So from 10 to 30 rounds in that amount of time, we might be able to finalize a stability research project. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to attract, kidnap, or forcefully put into our labor as many scientists from the world as we can. Right now we have these just 2, but there are going to be more in the future. This tab gives us all the information about our spouse, our agents, the scientists that we encounter and that we are aware of, the diplomats, the private groups, influential groups, and armed groups. I'm not going to go into detail right now, as we're going to find out what these all concern in the foreseeable future. So let's go back into the main board and head into some action. So during each round, we can field our agents to do various tasks. And right now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to find other scientists. So our opponents also have some amount of scientists, and we want to find them, locate them, and perform missions to attract them to our side. So here we have Durak, the guy that we recruited last. He is, if I remember correctly, he is a black belt firearms expert, but he's a master of disguise. That means that he can travel freely even into countries where he is wanted. As you remember last time, I told you that all of our agents are going to have recon in Brazil since they are part of our intelligence agency, which is great. So there was no need for us to field any agents with the any other agents with the Brazil recon. So let's do something with Durak. He's also methodical, and we, since he has a recon in Russia, we will need him to go to Russia to find some more scientists. But he is given the chance to either travel fast, but with the he will be forced to discard his rifle here, or he can try to infiltrate, as in not use the plane, but go with other means of transportation. Right now, I don't have a problem with him not having his rifle because he's also a knife fighter. So I'm gonna issue him to fast travel. So he'll be reaching Russia in a turn, which means he's gonna go with the airplane and it's gonna be rather fast. Here you see that the witch also has an arrest warrant in Nigeria. She's an exfiltration expert and master of disguise. However, uh, well, uh, normally I'd be kind of reluctant to send her, but let's try our luck and try to send her over to Nigeria. Let's see if um, her infiltration expertise really pays off in the end. So let's travel fast again, risking an arrest. Let's do this. Let's see if that works or not. However, I'm also going to use our hacker, that is Enigma. Remember that she's a really good hacker, and she's also a ghost because we've trained her. So here in the Brazilian headquarters, we have trained her to actually cover her tracks no matter what. So we're going to use her to hack, and we're going to target Nigeria because we want to remove that pesky warrant from the witch. She'll report back in 2 days, which means that it's going to be somewhat mediocre in terms of speed, but I don't really mind. So I need to also send the wolf somewhere. Now the wolf doesn't have any recon other than in Brazil, but she doesn't have any warrants as well. So I'm gonna use her. So I'm gonna assume that given her back, the last time that we've read her background, her name was Laika. So I assume that the wolf is a she, is a female. So I'm gonna treat her as such. If you find out that it's a he, then let me know. But gender doesn't matter when it comes to people, animals, whatever. So let's send the wolf over to the United States of America. And since we've assigned tasks to all of our agents, before clicking the end of the turn, we might need to use our surveillance drone. The surveillance drone can be quite handy when an agent is investigating. So I'm going to send the surveillance drone over to Russia, and let's hope that the witch does not get arrested in the Nigerian airport. So let's see. Okay, so all of our agents arrived safely, and the witch managed to bypass security. So that's good. Here you see our progress in our active projects, which means that each scientist contributed with a 3% towards the next stage of that particular project, which is kind of okay, but we might need more, but we will definitely need more scientists to boost our progress. So I'm thinking of actually putting one scientist to work with the other, but right now I'm gonna leave them as is and see what's gonna happen. I might be treading on a minefield, but I don't worry for now. It's a bit too early, so I don't mind. So here, Durak is in Russia, and the available targets for him are the only available target is the Russian ambassador, that's Igor Lavrov, and each country has an ambassador, and when we want to conduct diplomacy with a country, we'll need to talk to that ambassador. Right now, we're gonna keep everything. We're gonna keep a low profile, as in we won't be needing to get any firearms at all, and we won't be scouting for scientists because we want Durek to be searching into Igor Lavrov. So I'm gonna send him to do that. So he needs to investigate the ambassador. He will use the highest value, either strength of intellect or intellect, and in his case, it's going to be strength to possibly punch some faces and learn more things about the Russian ambassador. So he's going to come back with some piece of information in the foreseeable future. I'm not worried about him at all right now. The hacker is already in Brazil and she tries to remove the arrest warrant as I ordered her to, which is good. And now the witch, it might be good to actually have her search more about the Nigerian ambassador, that's Peace Adewole. So again, we're gonna conduct some investigation with the witch and let's hope for the best. And the wolf here has again the ambassador of the United States is a really nice target actually. So I'm gonna investigate more things about Susan Harris as well. So all these three ambassadors are key to our first steps of diplomacy, which is a good thing to keep in mind. So let's go to the people tab and let's check on the diplomats here, on these ambassadors that I'm telling you. So we've got here Peace, Igor, and Susan Harris, all these three. This is this red space that you see here is the alert level, how alert this country is to our against our people, our agents, and this is how much they love our intelligence agency. So as I see here, the United States are not really fond of us right now, but Nigeria kinda is. I wonder if this has to do with my spouse, I don't know. However, as you see here, both the Nigerian ambassador and the Russian one are available in the same day. So what I'm gonna do is actually, I'm gonna arrange a meeting with the Nigerian diplomat, and let's see if we have something to talk about. And Susan Harris is actually available tomorrow, but if I want to, if I enter into a diplomatic communication with her, I would want to know more things about her, as in know her traits, and try to talk to use these to leverage my own how do you call that? As in support my own plans. That's it. And so I'm not gonna ask to meet her tomorrow. I think we're done. So end of turn. Here you see that we actually fallen down to the last position. I think it's not identical of anything. However, it's good to actually remain on the top. So again, you see the projects here are okay. Durek learned that the Russian diplomat is kind of paranoid, and the witch learned that that the Nigerian diplomat is really respects formality and during negotiation, and she's compassionate as well. But we've also learned that that this diplomat is an adulteress. Here, the wolf also learned that Susan Harris respects formality, but she's kind of craven. And our hacker managed to delete the arrest warrant. Excellent. The arrest warrant that the witch has for Nigeria. So Carlos Batista, our diplomat, comes back and tells us, Coronel, I don't know if that R is okay, or it's just a typo, or it might be the some sort of title in Portuguese, I don't know. So, Coronel, the situation is very serious. We are in the last position in the race for Sigma technology. Oh, so being last means actually we are last. Our high command is talking about giving up, which would be catastrophic for our nation and more directly for you. Hey, but I've just begun playing. I mean, Why would you do that to me? If you don't correct the situation immediately, we will have to end your mission. Steal scientists by force, hack data centers for information, or blackmail diplomats. Whatever we must say, we must stay in the race at all costs. I'll do the necessary. Okay, so it's time for Durak to actually do some work and locate some scientists. He's gonna use his intellect, and his search is gonna be boosted by the spy drone, which is good. So he'll be needing 3 days to do that. Imagine if he didn't have any recon in Russia, he might have needed 4 or even 5 turns to do that. The witch should do likewise, as in locate scientists. 3 days again. And the wolf doesn't have any recon. However, spending some time to form a network of informants might be better. So I'm going to use the wolf to actually recon. It might be okay, I guess. We can afford having the wolf spend 3 turns to do that. But now comes the great thing with a hacker. We're going to hack on a place. And as soon as we find out, we're going to be searching for scientists. As you see here, there are 2 different qualities, hardware and discretion. Since we are in our headquarters, we have the best piece of equipment of technology, so we can hack even better when we're hacking other targets. And the discretion is 1. However, if we manage to locate ourselves into a different country and we manage to hack the same country, then discretion increases. Right now we're not much discreet, but I think it's kinda okay. We need to hack a place with low security, but right now, as I see, security is the same into every target. So I'm gonna try to hack the United States and search for more scientists. And if we manage to locate some, then I might need the wolf to abandon her mission and focus on abducting the scientist. That's it, end of turn. Mm, I wonder now, so one last thing before I click OK. Now the scientists have given me a 5% into each sector, so I guess it's kind of okay. I was thinking about changing one of the scientists, assigning them to help the other one on the same project, but it's gonna be okay. Let's leave it at that. Oh, and we jumped to the 7th place. I think that might be kind of random, really. So here, okay, we have advanced 4% into both of our um, projects. It's kind of okay. Oh, our spouse is here, Kate da Silva. I'm pretty sure that she had a different name. Yeah, so we are married. That's okay, cool. Tiago, I heard you were assigned as head of the Sigma division. Please accept my congratulations. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna keep everything formal. I mean, I do love my spouse, but I don't want to create a false impression that I'm not professional much. So I'm gonna say, I know you, Kate. I'll do my best to ensure my mission helps you achieve your professional goals, but I'm going to need your help in return. Well, that's way opposite to what I was saying just now. Um, okay, so I'm gonna keep it nice like that. Thank you, Kate. Your love and support get me through my missions. Okay, I don't want to be opening that door to her, so I'm touched, Tiago, but don't go out of your way. We both know all about the dangerous game of politics. We're going to need to help each other. If I can count on you, you can count on me. Yeah, sure, Kate, no problem. Our romantic relationship has increased by 5%. And now, if you check on here, our spouse, we got 55% of relationship, so we got a new trust. It's gonna be okay, I guess. Kate is playing the same game as I am, so I don't mind. And everyone is pretty much preoccupied with their jobs, so I'm gonna click the end of turn again. And today we are conducting some diplomacy with the Nigerian diplomat. I've cracked the American security system. I've got all the information available on their science. So the Americans do have 2 more scientists. One in Can't remember. So was it astrophysics? Yeah, and finance. Not the same as I had. Let's talk to the Nigerian ambassador. I'm gonna be saying ambassador and diplomat all the same time. Please bear with me. I still do mean that particular person. So peace out of all. Okay, I can choose to either treat her for respect her for her preference of informality, or I can also be compassionate, or I can use my secret information. I have a dossier that I think we want to see. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, let's say this. I have a dossier that I think you'll want to see. Yeah. So the negotiation is shifting towards our side. So it means that she's positively dispositioned against us. So towards us. So yeah, what exactly do you want? Do we want to improve the relations? Do we want an economic advantage, as in improve our relations with our own government, lower the alert level, or have access to their research? I could have asked her for a scientist, but right now I don't have any knowledge about that because the wage is still going on that. So I'm going to ask her to lower the alert level by 50%, I think, or something like that. Your distrust of our citizen does you no credit, whether you're offering in exchange. Future considerations, I guess. You're still, you're still pretty much dispositioned positively against me. So, yeah, your generosity would end the gratitude. Outstanding. The agreement with Nigeria has been concluded. 50% lowering of the alert level, which is great because if a country doesn't have an alert level against us, then we can conduct our tasks, our missions much easier. Okay, before I proceed further, let me arrange a meeting with the other two diplomats. I really want to meet Igor Lavrov now that I know that he's paranoid, and I also want to meet Susan Harris. Okay, I might be meeting her first because I want to kindly ask her to lower the alert level so as to give me the opportunity to be able to conduct my missions much easily in the United States. Let's talk to her. Again, I can still talk to the Nigerian diplomat and ask possibly some access to their research. Okay, let's contact her. So let's meet in a couple of days, shall we? Yeah, good. Right now, I don't want to meet with any other diplomat because I don't know many things about them. So let's end our turn. Oh no, before we end our turn, let's see what the hacker can do. Okay, so we have hacked this. We're okay. We have knowledge of that. However, we have okay. We have a surveillance drone here. Okay, so let's try to hack. I'd say nine. How many turns do we need? So one more. Okay, let's do something else then. Let's try to lower the level, uh, the alert level with Russia. So let's hack Russia. Let's try to lower the alert level. Wait a minute, or I can install a ransomware and actually force the ambassador to accept. Okay, so I'm gonna hack the United States of America and install a ransomware and possibly gain some leverage when I meet their diplomat. Okie dokie. So we have a okay. Oh, our projects have proceeded by 7% each, which is good. Uh, so mission complete. I've done a thorough recon of the area. Woof. That's the way that the wolf talks. And our other two agents have located two other scientists, which is also good. So let's proceed with the exfiltrations. First of all, the witch needs to find out who this scientist is. Yep. Let's identify that person. So we need intellect, but her intellect is not that high. Do I mind? No, I don't. Let's go with it. And then let's see. Durek needs also to locate another scientist. So identify that scientist, please, for me. So he needs three. Even with the help of the spy drone. Interesting. How many turns does the witch need? Ah, okay, she also needs three. So it's kinda time consuming, I guess. However, now the wolf knows the location of both of these scientists since we've hacked the United States. Oh no, what did we do? And we got knowledge of them. I think we hacked the United States of America. Sorry, sorry, people. Let me just check. I really want to see. Ah, okay, yeah, we've hacked the United States of America, so that's how we got knowledge of that. Okay, so this scientist here is a finance scientist. What about the other one? She's, yeah, an astrophysics, as I remember. So she's misandrous. She's wary of man. She's chaste, and she doesn't have any ties holding her down. So I'm gonna try. So I cannot seduce her apparently, right? So she's bisexual, which means that she's attracted to both genders. I don't know if she can be attracted to an animal, even if that animal is a female. So I'm gonna go safely and try to abduct her. Abducting a scientist is quite a generic thing to do. You'll be using strength for the exfiltration and possibly some your intellect as well, but strength is the main thing, as I found out. But if we manage to abduct her with no problem, then we might run the risk. She's gonna have her performance halved. Okay, let's abduct her. I don't mind. Can we convert her? We're weak-willed, so the animal is weak-willed, so it won't be easy. So okay, let's abduct her. That's it. Let's click the end of turn. Okay, so the diplomat of Nigeria says, my country, Nigeria, is currently undertaking a military operation in Somalia. The support of your tactical drones could strengthen our relationship. Okay, I might need to send my tactical drone there to increase our their happiness. So mission successful. The ransomware has been installed in the United States. Yes, I leave it to you to negotiate the decryption key with this local Sigma head. And everything is ready for the exfiltration. And cool, we've proceeded by 8% in each of our projects. Let's talk with the Nigerian diplomat. So far more compassionate. We don't have access to the adultery evidence, so we need to use normal means of diplomacy. So let's be compassionate. Let's be a bit ironic and be compassionate, as in we have already blackmailed here. So okay, she might take pity on us if we beg her. So this is my proverbial moment of need. Can you help? Oh, she's gonna hate us. I mean, even if she loves us, she's still. I can still feel her raising her eyebrow when we say that. So everything is possible, but if I scratch your back, you need to scratch mine. What exactly do you know? Do you want? Okay, so now let's improve our relationships. I don't want much. It's time to bury the hatchet. And what are you offering in exchange? Future considerations. We failed to come to an agreement. It's okay, I guess. So what you see here is the disposition meter. So as much high, if it is high enough, then we have the chance to actually uh, have her accept our proposal. However, now that we've asked something without offering her anything back in return, there was that meter got lowered a lot, so there was a chance that this might have failed, and it actually did. I don't mind for now. I might arrange a meeting with her later on. Uh, right now, I think that I'm gonna send the combat drone to Nigeria, to Somalia, to assist the Nigerian government in what they're doing, and I'm gonna use the agent, my hacker, to... Okay, I'm gonna use the hacker to lower... Yeah, I'm gonna use the hacker to actually lower the alert level in Russia and help Durak in his own endeavors. Then, last but not least, I'll be exfiltrating Professor Dresselhaus back to Rio de Janeiro, I guess. So let's try to exfiltrate her with a wolf. Do you want to exfiltrate Professor Dresselhaus? Affirmative, let's go. So exfiltrating a scientist with another agent can be a tricky thing because we need to use all of our traits and skills into that. Right now the alert level is 50%, as you might remember, and we have 4 kilometers and 40 meters, or 400 meters, I don't know, it's 4.4 to actually walk, and we need to reach from our starting point to the end. We don't have access to any spy drone or attacks drones because mine are elsewhere. Let's start. Okay, so the wolf is walking with Professor Dresserhaus at her side. So she talks to me. I got a good look at one of the agents up ahead, and I know this guy, old acquaintance. Old acquaintance. Okay. Small world. We did the job together once. He might be willing to help me if I can manage to speak him alone. Okay, if I remember correctly, in her story, it's her sentience that it's the she's not a sentient animal, but she's an animal with an old scientist's brain implanted, something like that. I'm not so sure, but she has found an acquaintance no matter what, and we're gonna take advantage of the situation. So try and approach him. Yes. Oh, she used her intellect, and he agreed to help me. He'd throw the agents off my scent, and he even gave me his backup weapon. Cool, and we proceed 200 meters. Let's go. I saw a patrol racing towards me, and I crossed the street to avoid them just as a car arrived. I wasn't fast enough. Ah, understood. So, they hit her with a weapon or something, but she proceeds 100 meters as well. There's a police riot van rolling this way and the armed police walking next to it. Find somewhere to hide and let them go past. Yes, I blended with the crowd in the cafe. The police didn't even look my way, proceeding with the mission. Hey, the agent is just a dog. I mean, it's easy to blend in the crowd, I guess. There's some sort of protest happening in the street ahead, lots of civilians. Try to blend in again. Oh no, this was a great place to lose a tail, but getting through the crowd was difficult. I'm behind schedule now. I could swear that you can find dogs among crowds no matter what, but it's okay. I'm in a textile storage area. The police are looking for me. I could set a fire to create a diversion. There could be collateral damage. Limited damage. Get out of there quietly. Ah, I can't get out quietly. They're on my tail, but I'm back en route. Cool. We're halfway there. I had to steal a moped to lose a patrol. The wolf had to steal a moped, but they're still behind me. You've got some distance from them, lose them. Lose them. They've caught up with me. I'm abandoning the vehicle to avoid being hit. Yeah, you do that. Run, run, run. And as I saw here, the wolf also has the a rifle given to her by the scientist, her scientist friend that we met earlier on, the agent, not the scientist, sorry. I'm in a precarious situation. A young police officer is holding me at gunpoint. He's shaking. You're faster and you're armed. Oh, we got a new agent unlocked. Recruit Agent Killer. So the next time that we play, we can have Killer in our team. You're right, I was faster. The way's clear. Okay, so we met some resistance. 6 police officers in front of me with firearms requesting instructions. The light that you see here shows the likelihood of succeeding in what I ordered her to do. Mainly, we want our agents to not to kill anybody and do everything, as sneakily as possible. Okay, so try to neutralize them. Yes, please do. It might be very risky, but please do. Okay, she neutralized 4 officers, and she got hit a bit. I launched an attack, but I didn't eliminate them all. I took a hit. So keep on neutralizing them. Cool, I've dealt with the threat without any issues. These people are not dead. These people have lost their consciousness, which is okay because we didn't cause any collateral damage. And the diplomat won't be angry at us. So I just neutralized the pursuer who was on my tail. I've got blood on my clothes, so on my fur, I guess. I'm behind a hotel where I can get changed. Do it. I didn't find anything, and the fresh blood on me drew suspicion. They called the police. Well, the police are after us again, I guess. And we've proceeded 200 meters, but there is a lot of surveillance cameras along the planned route. Stick with the plan or try to hack the cameras, but we are no hacker. Hacking the cameras with a hacker would have been easier, so stick with the plan. Try to avoid the cameras as best as you can. I was able to discreetly avoid the cameras, I think, continuing as planned. So I imagine a dog being walked by the scientist all the way to the end point, and the special forces soldier is coming straight at me. So try to neutralize again these 4 people, these 4 SWAT. I've dealt with the threat without any issues. That's my girl. Well done, Wolf. And she's reached the exfiltration point. Exfiltration successful. Wolf and Professor Jesselhouse successfully reached the extraction point and have escaped the country. And our diplomat told us a perfectly executed operation carried out subtly and quietly. It is this type of operation that will win us this war. We are proud to be working with you. And they've increased the government's disposition against us has increased, wow, but quite much, by 20%. And we didn't lose any in our standing with the United States, which is great. So the Wolf now has entered the plane with the scientists, and they are heading back to the United States, back to Brazil, which is good. So everything seems to be working fine and in my favor. It is okay. So right now I think I'll be wrapping up the second episode, and if you liked what you just saw, please click subscribe, the flag down below, and if you wish, also click the bell as well to be notified when a new episode goes live. So see you next time on the third episode of Sigma Theory. Bye bye.